In this video, I'm going to show you how not to kill ground wasp or yellowjackets, and then one environmentally conscious way that actually works. Hello everybody, my name is Tyler Lloyd, and I've been trying to clear this land behind me because it's where I want to put a garden behind my new home. In the process of trying to clear out this one particular spot, this big giant mound of dirt, I stumbled upon a nest of yellowjackets. And it was a very unwelcome surprise because I found them when one stung me. And I have been stung. And it hurts quite a bit. Much more than a bee sting. I don't remember stings hurting this much. Now, I don't know if you've ever been stung by a yellowjacket, but it's not enjoyable at all, as one would imagine. And there are a lot of them in that nest. So once I found it and realized that this was in my way, I needed to find some way to get rid of them, either make them go away or to exterminate them. So let me tell you a little bit about yellowjackets first, because if you have this problem, it's good to know your enemy. The yellowjacket is a common name for two genera of wasps that live in North America. They can be identified by their distinctive markings, their occurrence only in colonies, and a characteristic rapid side-to-side flight pattern when they're going in for a landing. Now, they should not be confused with other solitary digging wasps like the cicada killer, which I also have in my backyard. Cicada killers also aren't aggressive, so if you see them, just let them be and go about their lives. Back to yellowjackets. If you stumble across a colony of yellowjackets, don't try to work around them as I tried to do. Not very effective, and you're likely just going to get stung again once you start aggravating them and their nesting site. If you look online, you'll find lots of opinions and ideas of how to get rid of these yellowjackets. That's what I found. One of the first things was vinegar. Vinegar is a great all-natural product. I've used it for cleaning and other things, and I saw on a website that you could use vinegar as a localized spray to kill yellowjackets. Well, I thought, how about I just pour a whole bunch of vinegar down the hole? If it'll kill as localized spray, if I put it into the nest as they're going in there, they'll interact with the vinegar, they'll touch it, and that will kill them. Well, let me tell you, the only thing that vinegar did was make them mad. Very, very mad. When they swarmed, I realized that that nest was pretty big, much larger than I had expected. Yellowjacket nest can get up to 4,000 to 5,000 workers. So definitely be careful, because you could have a lot of angry wasps on your hands. After I was stung with the vinegar, I thought I would then go to the traditional, the wasp spray, the big giant can of stuff. As you can see, I wanted to keep my distance with these guys and not get stung again, but a lot of that wasp spray really works on contact. There was a little bit of residual blowback in the air that I think that knocked some of them down, but it wasn't really affecting anybody who was in the nest or who was outside the spray zone. So I did kill a lot of them, but definitely did not kill the nest, and they were back in full force the next day. If you're trying to deal with yellowjackets, I would definitely exercise some caution that I did not exercise. I'm not allergic to wasps or bees. I've been stung a lot in my life, and while it is painful and not enjoyable, it's not going to kill me unless I suddenly become allergic, and then, well, it's not going to be great. So if you know that you are allergic, play it safe. Don't even mess around with them. Maybe get someone else to deal with these yellowjackets. Don't want to send you to the hospital. And you may not know that unlike bees, yellowjackets can sting repeatedly. So it's not just one and done, which can make it even more miserable. The next thing I tried was Triazicide, a pesticide that can come in either liquid or granular form that is designed to kill ground-dwelling pests. I was hesitant to go the route of a pesticide, but these guys are right where I want my garden to be, right behind my house, just not an ideal location. So I really wanted to get rid of them. I've got several acres. They could have picked anywhere else on my property, but they picked right where I wanted to be. Well, this pesticide didn't say that it was designed to kill wasps. It lists a whole bunch of things, listed ants, and I thought, well, ants are closely related to wasps, so maybe it will work. Well, after dumping a whole bunch of the pesticide down into their nest, I left for several days, came back 4 days later, unfazed. It actually looked like they had cleaned up the whole nest area and moved the pesticide away. So that definitely doesn't work. So if you are trying out a product, a pesticide, and it doesn't list that it's going to kill a wasp, it probably isn't going to kill wasps. So don't even try it. And now finally, the thing that worked, Dawn dish soap. I wish I had started here with Dawn dish soap. So if you're watching this video and you are trying to get rid of, ground wasp, yellow jackets, just start with Dawn dish soap. And do what I didn't do in the beginning, but did when I applied the Dawn dish soap. Do it at night. Okay, it's very early in the morning and I am out here to try yet another thing to get rid of these yellow jackets. This time, Dawn dish soap. I'm out here in the morning because all of the wasps should be in their nest, so hopefully that means that I won't get stung again, or maybe less likely, since they'll all be in there and none sort of flying around outside to get me. I don't know. I'm gonna try it. If you need to mark where the nest is, do so in the daylight to give you a little bit of indication. For me, it was pretty clear, so I didn't have to mark it. I came out in the early morning and I put a very heavy dose of Dawn dish soap down into the nest. I was eager to see if they were going to swarm, and a few of them did come out, but it seemed like it was effective. Hours later, once the sun had risen, I came out and it was very clear that it had decimated the colony. There were some that were out, that were moving around, but they did not look like they were doing all too well. That's because the surfactants in Dawn dish soap and other dish soaps pulls away oil. That's how it helps you clean your pans and removes oil from birds that are affected by oil spills. Well, the oils on the outside of the wasp help regulate how they actually transpire, how they breathe. And so it disrupts that cell membrane. It can cause water to go in, it causes them to dry out, and kills them. So that's how Dawn dish soap works. It rips off that oily layer on the outside of the wasp. What you can also do, which I did later, is go with a hose and flush more Dawn dish soap down into the nest. This is going to help make sure that it reaches all parts of the nest, because the queen is deep inside that nest and she has a lot of larvae and they actually overwinter. So you want to make sure that you get all the way into that nest. So hit it with Dawn dish soap, then you can follow up with more, flush water down in there, use as much soap as you feel necessary. More the better. It's soap. Yeah, it's going to have a little bit of effect on the environment, but as far as things go, it's pretty safe. This is what I wish I would have started with. Hopefully this is what you do for getting rid of these wasps. Now I do have to say that I was a little sad killing all these guys. Even though they attacked me several times, they do have a place in the environment on my property because they kill pests. They hunt other insects and bring them back to actually feed those little larvae that are hiding out in the nest. And those pests that they're killing are grubs, ants, caterpillars that turn into moths, all these other things that I also don't want on my property. They're part of the ecosystem, but they were in a place that was not going to work out for me, so had to take them out. So if you are dealing with them, head to your grocery store or just go to your kitchen and get that Dawn dish soap, or other soaps probably work as well. I'm not sponsored by Dawn, but hey Dawn, reach out if you want to hit me with some of that big soap money. But that is it. My name is Tyler Lloyd. I make videos about living a happier, healthier, more sustainable life, and what else I find interesting. Right now, that is a lot of sort of homesteading, getting this property in order, doing a whole lot of work on my house, and trying to do it in a economical but environmentally conscious way. So if that interests you, maybe consider subscribing. And until next time, I wish you the best. Bye.